What is up, guys? Delball here. So I'm sure you've already heard, but Gennady Golovkin has split from his long-term trainer, Abel Sanchez. Both guys have been working together since, I believe, 2010, I want to say. But that relationship is no more, and Golovkin will be looking for a new trainer. Now, in regards to the split, it appears it was down to financial reasons. Abel Sanchez put out a rather salty statement about the issue. He was basically accusing Golovkin of being greedy. And all in all, I didn't really like the statement he put out. You know, these two guys have been working together for nearly 10 years. So keep it behind closed doors. Even if you left on bad terms, just keep it out of the public eye and stay classy. But no, Abel Sanchez, he put out a passive-aggressive statement a couple of hours after the fact. And yeah, I just didn't think that was a good look, in all honesty. But that's just my opinion. You guys may feel different on that. But yeah, the split was down to financial reasons. And, you know, it doesn't really appear to be that amicable. But who should train Gennady Golovkin next? That's what I'm really interested about in this situation. Now, I've heard a few rumours online indicating Golovkin's brother, Max, will be training him. Max Golovkin was obviously also an amateur boxer, and a good one at that. He knows boxing, he knows Golovkin obviously, so that is a natural fit, I guess, and I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. But I wanted to throw a couple of names out there who I would like to see maybe train Golovkin. Now, the first name that I would like to throw out there is Anatoly Lomachenko, Vasily's dad. Now, some people may disagree with me on this one because they may not feel Golovkin's style suits Anatoly. I kind of disagree. The first reason I would like to see these two train together is obviously there's no language barrier. These guys can, you know, divulge and discuss tactics during the build-up to the fight, and also on fight night, Golovkin may have clearer clarity in the corner in regards to what he needs to do and instructions from the corner. So I think Anatoly Lomachenko, just from that standpoint, would be a good fit. But not only that, you've got to take into account, I think Anatoly Lomachenko now, he gets kind of pigeonholed into training like one type of style, you know, guys like Alexander Usyk and his son Vasily. But you've got to take into account, this guy was one of the masterminds of one of the greatest Olympic boxing teams of all time. He's certainly not a one-size-fits-all trainer. He can teach a variety of different skills, and arguably he is the best trainer in world boxing right now. So just by that virtue alone, I would like to see Golovkin with somebody like Anatoly Lomachenko. I think that would be a very good fit actually. But another name I have in mind for Golovkin, another trainer, would be Buddy McGirt. Now, Buddy McGirt, I think we all saw his work with Sergey Kovalev. Kovalev was coming off a knockout defeat, and arguably his confidence wasn't really where it was. But Buddy McGirt, he didn't try to reinvent the wheel, he just took Kovalev back to the basics. He got Kovalev being consistent with his jab, he got Kovalev to use his feet and long-range boxing skills. And he took him back to the amateur days. That's what Kovalev himself said. He took him back to the basics. Like I said, didn't try to reinvent the wheel. He just refreshed Kovalev's boxing mind, and he got him to, you know, fight in a not a safety-first manner, but a sensible and technically sound manner. And we saw Kovalev completely outbox Elidia Alvarez in arguably one of his best performances. And maybe for a guy like Golovkin, that could be a good thing. Maybe that's a good fit for Golovkin because Golovkin now isn't getting any younger. He's 37 years old, and in recent years he's been more aggressive. But if you followed Golovkin's career, you would know this guy is an exceptional boxer. He was an outstanding amateur, and obviously an Olympic silver medalist. They don't hand those out. Buddy McGirt could take Golovkin back to the basics, like he did with Kovalev. Maybe he could get Golovkin to utilise that jab from range and use his boxing skills. And I'm talking about from distance. Use those feet, use that jab, and try to become more of a long-range boxer-puncher. Like Kovalev was doing against Alvarez. because Golovkin does have that in his locker. And from a longevity point of view, that style may help Golovkin get through this 6-fight deal with the zone. Whether he completes that or not is another matter, but if he intends to, then maybe that type of style will be more beneficial for him going forwards. Because like I said, I reiterate, the guy has outstanding boxing skills. He can box from range. He can use that jab. He can box on the back foot. People just assume Golovkin can only fight going forwards, but if you followed his career, you would know that's not the case. He can fight going forwards, he can fight at mid-range in aggressive fashions, but he can also fight from range. And that's what I want to see more of from Golovkin, and maybe Buddy McGirt is the trainer to do that. And if that boxing doesn't work, he's obviously still got that pressure game to switch it up to. So I don't think Buddy McGirt is a bad shout at all. And also, like I said, Anatoly Lomachenko. Those two guys are the people I would like to see Golovkin with. Either or. I wouldn't mind either or. But failing that, if he does go to Max, his brother, that could also work. But yeah, just my 2 cents on the whole story. You may totally disagree with me. That is fine. But share your thoughts below. Tell me what you think. Peace.